TriCaster comes with several types of media players for playing both internal media that has been imported into the session and external media from other sessions or drives, including eSATA drives connected to the system. Using the media players, you can play back all of the content you loaded into the Manage Media area of the Sessions page. Media players can play video clips, audio clips, stills, and titles. In this section, we will cover how to access the media players, how to load them with content, editing title templates, organizing your media, media player controls, and editing your media by creating in and out points within the media player. There are several types of media players available in the TriCaster. There are 2 digital disc recorders, or DDRs, for playing back video clips and other media. There are 2 graphics players, which can play back stills or titles, and a sounds player for playing back audio clips. Let's start with the DDR. This media player works like your Blu-ray or DVD player. First, let's load some media. TriCaster's DDR supports standard definition and high definition video clips. If the video clip is of an unsupported format, it must be imported using the media importer, but resolution does not matter. Click on the plus button underneath the player, or just double-click in an unused portion of the player's playlist to add media. This will launch the media browser. From here, you have access to all of the media loaded on the TriCaster. This includes any media from other sessions or the default media that comes with the system. Notice on the left side of the requester, you see media types including clips, stills, titles, and audio. In each media type, there are session names. Clicking on a session name will reveal all of the media of that type loaded for that session name. You can use media from any loaded session in any session, so there is no need to double load content if you are using it in more than one production. Go to the Clips area and click on New Tech. Choose the standard you are using, either PAL or NTSC. In the United States, we use NTSC. Now click on the balloon clip and click OK. This loaded the balloon into the DDR. The DDR can play high definition and standard definition clips in the same session. Just import the clips with the media importer on the Sessions page before entering the live desktop, and you know they will play back properly. Now go to Graphics 1 and hit the Add button. Notice there are less media types listed here in the media browser. The media browser is smart enough to know what type of player you are loading and what types of media it can accept. It will only show you media that can be played in that type of media player. Go to the Still area and select New Tech. Scroll down until you see the full screen images. You can multi-select things and import things in several ways. Windows keyboard qualifiers work. Click on a clip, then hold down the Shift key, and click on another clip, and everything in between the two is selected. You can hold down Control and click on individual clips to select them. Now, a cool side note here is that when you hold down Control and you select a few items, it will remember the order in which you clicked on them, and it will load them into the player in that order. That works in all players. Select a few stills and load them into the graphics player. You can also load multiple clips into the DDR in the same way. You can also browse for content that has not been loaded into a session. Hit the Add button and hit Add New Media Location. Now you can navigate to a directory of content and hit Add to add it to the browser. Let's say you have a folder of video clips on one of the media drives or on an external eSATA drive. They're on a media drive, so it's OK to play back from there. Simply navigate to the folder and click OK. This folder is now available in the media browser to any session, even though none of the content was actually imported into the session you are using. Now remember, some clips might not play without conversion. So if you have issues playing clips loaded in this manner, you may need to import them using the media importer to ensure smooth playback. Now, if you are looking to load a file that has not been imported, you can just browse to it. Just click Browse and go find it. Remember, it is possible to look at content on external USB drives. Do not try to load and play video clips from external USB drives. It will not be fast enough and the video will probably stutter. Now, if you forgot to load a clip or the content was not available until after the show started, there is a workaround. Go to the DDR, hit the Add button, and browse to the USB drive with the video clip you want to use. Right-click on it and choose Copy. Now, navigate to your media drive. In this case, let's go to D, Media, Clips, the session name, which is TriCaster, or which is 8000 Training, and then the Import folder. And paste that clip in there. This is where the clip would have been put if you imported it using the media importer. If no content has been imported, there will be no import folder. Simply make one by right-clicking and choose New Folder, and name it Import. Then paste the clip into this folder. After the copy is complete, select the clip and hit Open. The clip appears in the DDR. This clip is now also available through the media browser in the clip's session name area, and it will have the drive speed that it needs to play. Accessing clips this way is a workaround and should be avoided if possible. Attaching a USB drive during a live production can cause frames to be dropped from the main production, so be aware and be careful when attaching external drives during a live production. If you are on a still when you drop frames, it's no issue, but if you are on moving video, it could be a problem. One side note, importing media this way allows you to load clips that might not play back properly. These clips could have been transcoded on import through the media importer. Make sure if you are ever going to load clips this way that you have tested the file format and resolution and know that it will play back correctly. The TriCaster comes with a wide variety of title templates. These are professional graphics you can easily modify to use for your productions. Let's go to Graphics 2 and click Add. Under Titles, click on New Tech. Note, there are a lot of titles here and you can scroll through a big list of them. Another way to quickly find the templates you are looking for is to use the filter. At the top of the requester, there is a filter text string. Now, one of the template collections is called Helix. Type Helix into the filter text string. Now, only the graphics with the word Helix in the title show up. This is a great way for you to organize and quickly find your graphics, title, or video clip. Click on the first Helix title. Then hold down the Shift button and click on the last one. This will select them all. Now click OK to load them into the player. Customizing titles in the TriCaster is easy. In the graphics player, mouse over the template you wish to edit. Click on the gear in the lower right corner of the icon to open the Edit panel. This panel can be sized and positioned. Click on the text to start editing. Replace the stand-in text with your text. You can select a font, size the text interactively by dragging on the size control. You can also stylize the text with bold, italic, underlined, and you can change the case of the text to lowercase or uppercase. There is a Restore Defaults button to undo any changes you made, and there is a Previous and Next buttons to get you to the previous template or the next template in the media player's playlist. Replace all the stand-in text and modify the template to meet your needs. If there is a stand-in image, this can be replaced by clicking on it and selecting a new image. The image should be of the same aspect ratio of the stand-in. There are some modifications that can be made by right-clicking on the image, but for the best results, try to replace images with images of the same aspect ratio or proportions. This title is now ready for use. You can either close the Edit panel, or if you want to continue to make new graphics in the same style, there is a Save and Duplicate button. This will save your changes and make a new copy to start modifying for the next graphic. As you can see here, we're starting with a graphic for me, then save and duplicate to make the next graphic, which we'll create for Kiki, then repeat the process again for a graphic for Rex, and so on. Once all of your clips, stills, and titles are loaded, you can organize them. Left-click on any clip and drag it to where you want it to be in the playlist. You can multiple select here too. You can even drag out a box to select every clip inside of its boundaries. You can also drag media from one player to another. If the player supports that media type, it's ready to play and use in the new player. For example, if you drag a still from Graphics 1 into the DDR, that will work just fine. If that player does not support that media type, such as dragging a video clip from the DDR into a graphics player, that clip will become ghosted and is not available in that player. You also have some right-click context menu options for a clip. You can right-click on a clip and you can copy it and then paste it into another player, but the same rules apply. Now, each media player has a selection of presets available. This is a great way to organize your content. Presets are accessible on the left or right side of the media player. Left side media player's presets are on the left and right side are on the right. Select a new preset and you get a whole new bin to populate. Each media player has 12 presets that act like instant playlists, allowing you to change out all of the media in the player with one click. Remember, if you have problems selecting the presets for the right side media players because the mouse is traveling to the secondary multiviewer, you can lock the mouse to the primary monitor to stop this problem. This is found in the TriCaster menu under Options. When working with the DDR, a clip must be outlined in blue to be cued. Notice when you click on a clip, it gets a white outline and then a blue highlight. The clip is not actually cued until the blue highlight appears. This means it can take a second or two for a clip to be ready to play. The trick here is clip placement. When a clip is cued, it also caches the clip on either side of it. Notice, clicking on clips next to the selected clip load up instantly. Selecting a clip more than one clip away takes a second to cache, as it caches itself and the clip on either side of it. Sometimes, to have instant access to clips, it is better to duplicate them in the playlist. This does not take any more space, as it is pointing to the same clip on the hard drive. It just causes the caching to happen when you need it, so every clip is ready instantly.